Have you noticed that some daily habits actually start doing more harm than good after 70? There comes a point when certain things that once seemed essential no longer serve your peace, your energy, or your happiness. After all, aging well isn't just about doing more. It's about letting go of what no longer adds value to your life. In this video, we're uncovering 5 things you really don't need to do anymore once you turn 70. These are habits, pressures, and expectations that often steal your joy without giving anything meaningful back. By releasing them, you'll not only feel lighter and freer, but you'll also create space for more peace, fulfillment, and authentic living. Stay tuned until the end because you'll discover how letting go of these 5 unnecessary burdens can transform your mindset, protect your health, and make every year after 70 feel more purposeful than ever. Let's get started. Number 1. Chasing other people's approval. One of the most freeing lessons that comes with turning 70 is realizing you no longer need to live for other people's opinions. For most of life, many of us are shaped by expectations. What others think we should look like, how we should behave, what we should own, or even how we should age. But after 70, the truth becomes clear. Approval from others does not equal peace of mind. When you were younger, you might have felt pressure to prove your worth, to show you were successful, attractive, capable, or indispensable. You might have cared about whether people liked your choices or respected your accomplishments. But the beauty of reaching this age is that you've already proven enough simply by being here. You've raised families, faced challenges, and built a life full of stories and lessons. You've earned the right to stop seeking validation and start living authentically. Letting go of the need for approval doesn't mean you stop caring. You understand that some people will never fully see your heart. And that's perfectly fine. You're no longer defined by comparison or judgment. Instead, you find confidence in your own inner compass. Consider Helen, a 75-year-old retired teacher who spent years worrying about what others thought of her appearance and choices. She used to stress over small comments, her clothes, her hair, even the way she spoke. But one day, she realized that no matter how hard she tried, people would always have something to say. So, she stopped chasing approval and began living on her terms. She started painting again, wearing bright colors, and laughing louder than ever. Her happiness grew the moment she stopped apologizing for who she was. When you stop trying to please everyone, you gain something far more valuable. Peace. You start doing things because they feel right to you, not because they'll earn applause or acceptance. This shift doesn't just lighten your emotional load. It strengthens your health. Studies show that people who live authentically tend to experience lower stress levels, better sleep, and even longer lifespans. After 70, your life becomes less about proving and more about being. You realize that you were never meant to fit into someone else's expectations. You were meant to stand out in your own way. The sooner you stop chasing approval, the more space you create for joy, creativity, and real contentment. Number 2. Pretending to be busy all the time. Many people reach their 70s still trapped in the mindset that being busy equals being valuable. For decades, you may have filled your days with work, errands, and endless obligations, believing that constant motion meant purpose, but once you reach this stage of life, that idea no longer holds true. You've already contributed, built, and achieved. Your body, mind, and spirit all benefit when you allow yourself moments of calm and reflection. Business can sometimes be a disguise for fear. Fear of stillness. Fear of being alone with your thoughts, fear of losing your sense of importance. But what truly matters now isn't how much you do, but how deeply you live. You've earned the right to rest, to breathe, and to move through life at your own pace. After 70, it's no longer about keeping up with anyone. It's about aligning your time with what nourishes you. Maybe that means reading more, spending long mornings over coffee, or simply sitting in the garden watching the sunlight shift. Those quiet moments aren't wasted time. They're essential space for peace and clarity. Consider Robert, a 72-year-old retired engineer who struggled to adjust after leaving his job. He filled every hour with projects, volunteering, and commitments, thinking that if he slowed down, he'd lose purpose. But over time, his stress returned and his health began to falter. It wasn't until he started saying no. Music, no to unnecessary meetings, no to constant busyness, that he rediscovered joy. He began walking each morning, taking naps, and enjoying his evenings without guilt. The irony was that by doing less, he started living more. Being busy might once have given you a sense of identity, but true fulfillment in later life comes from presence. It's not about the number of tasks you complete. It's about the quality of the moments you experience. Allowing yourself stillness gives you space to appreciate the beauty you once rushed past. It strengthens your relationships, improves your focus, and even helps your body heal more effectively. You no longer need to measure your value by your productivity. You are not a list of tasks. You're a living, breathing collective. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 3, forcing your body to do what it no longer wants to do. After 70, one of the greatest acts of wisdom is learning to listen to your body instead of fighting against it. Many people make the mistake of believing they must keep up the same pace, strength, or flexibility they had decades ago. They push themselves to overexercise, ignore fatigue, or follow routines that no longer feel right, thinking that slowing down means giving up. But in truth, there is strength in acceptance. Your body at this stage isn't failing. It's evolving. It has carried you through years of work, responsibility, and experience. It has healed, endured, and adapted more times than you can count. And now it deserves care, not criticism. Forcing your body to do what it no longer wants doesn't preserve youth. It invites pain, injury, and exhaustion. There's a difference between staying active and overexerting yourself. Movement is still essential, but it should bring energy, not take it away. A gentle walk, a light stretch, or simple balance. Exercises can do more for your longevity than a harsh workout ever could. Pushing beyond your limits may once have been a source of pride. But at this stage, self-respect means honoring your limits, not denying them. Think of Ella Lehner, a 74-year-old grandmother who used to run every morning. When her knees began to ache, she refused to stop, afraid that slowing down would make her weak. But one morning after focusing on flexibility and breathing. Within months, her pain lessened, her balance improved, and her energy returned. She discovered a new kind of strength, the strength of wisdom. Aging gracefully means working with your body, not against it. Listen to its messages. The tightness in your back, the stiffness in your joints, the fatigue after long days. These are not signs of failure. Music, they're guidance from a body that has carried you faithfully for decades. Respond with kindness, not resistance. When you choose rest over strain and balance over extremes, you protect your body's longevity. The goal after 70 isn't to prove what you can still do. It's to enjoy what you can do comfortably. Every step, stretch, and movement should leave you feeling refreshed, not depleted. So stop forcing yourself to meet old standards. You are not in competition with your younger self. You are in partnership with the version of you that has earned this peace. Treat your body as a friend, not a project. When you do, it rewards you with the very thing you've worked your whole life for: ease, comfort, and freedom. Number 4, forcing yourself to please everyone. One of the most exhausting habits to carry past 70 is trying to make everyone happy. For decades, you may have played the role of caretaker, peacemaker, or problem solver, doing your best to maintain harmony even at the expense of your own well-being. But at this point in life, you've earned the freedom to set boundaries and choose peace over people-pleasing. The truth is, not everyone will understand or appreciate your decisions, and that's perfectly fine. You no longer need to stretch yourself thin to accommodate every request or maintain every relationship. When you say yes to everyone, you're often saying no to yourself. It means learning to value your own emotional health. When you stop overextending yourself, you create space for what truly matters: meaningful connections, joyful activities, and a calmer, more centered life. Think about Linda, a 73-year-old who used to say yes to every family favor, even when she felt exhausted. Babysitting every weekend, attending every event, and always being the one everyone turned to left her drained. One day, she realized her kindness had turned into quiet resentment. She began setting gentle boundaries, saying no when she needed rest, choosing smaller gatherings instead of large events. To her surprise, her relationships improved. People respected her more when she respected herself. The fear of disappointing others often keeps us trapped in patterns that hurt us. But true respect doesn't come from endless giving. It comes from authenticity. When you're honest about your needs and limits, the people who truly care will understand. And those who don't, their approval was never worth the cost of your peace. At 70 and beyond, it's not your job to manage everyone's happiness. You've done enough giving, guiding, and sacrificing. This chapter of life is about balance, giving from a place of abundance, not obligation. Your time, energy, and attention are precious. Spend them where your heart feels light, not burdened. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 5, trying to control everything and everyone. One of the most important lessons life teaches after 70 is that peace comes from release, not control. For your family, your finances, your home, even the small details of how others live their lives. But as time passes, you begin to see that not everything is meant to be managed, fixed, or arranged by your hands. Some things must simply be allowed to unfold. Control often comes from love and care. You want to protect the people you cherish, help them avoid mistakes, and keep life orderly. Yet, the harder you try to control, the more stress it creates. You can offer guidance, but you can't shape every outcome. You can share your wisdom, but you can't make others follow it. When you accept this truth, life becomes much lighter. Think about Frank, a 78-year-old father who used to worry endlessly about his adult children's choices. He wanted them to live responsibly, save money, and avoid disappointment. But his constant concern created tension. One day, his daughter gently said, "Dad, I need you to trust that you raised me well." That moment changed him. He realized that letting go wasn't abandoning them. It was respecting them. When you stop trying to control everything, you regain your energy and joy. You begin to notice the simple beauty in each moment, the sunlight through the curtains, the laughter of family, the rhythm of quiet mornings. You no longer measure life by how perfectly things go, but by how peacefully you feel inside. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means trusting that life knows what it's doing. It's understanding that you've done your part and that what remains is to live fully with faith in the process. Your wisdom, kindness, and patience now become your greatest influence, not your control. This is the season to loosen your grip and allow the world to move as it will. You've carried enough, guided enough, and worried enough. From here on, your peace is your greatest gift to yourself and those, without effort, without pressure, just as life was always meant to be. Final thoughts. As we wrap up this video, take a moment to reflect on these 5 things that truly no longer need your attention after 70. Which one resonated with you the most? Was it the constant need for approval, the habit of keeping yourself busy, or the urge to control everything around you? Each of these is a burden that once served a purpose, but now only weighs you down. Letting them go isn't losing something, it's gaining music, freedom. Life after 70 is not about trying harder. It's about living wiser. It's the time to enjoy peace without guilt, to rest without apology, and to live according to your own rhythm. You've spent decades giving, working, music, and striving. Now it's time to simplify, to savor, and to simply be. Letting go doesn't mean doing nothing. It means choosing what truly matters. It's realizing that happiness at this stage of life comes not from how much you achieve, but from how deeply you appreciate. The more you release, the more space you create for calm, laughter, and love. You've already proven enough. You've built, contributed, and loved. The next chapter is about lightness, living in a way that honors your body, your time, and your heart. When you stop carrying unnecessary weight, you, music, walk into every day feeling freer, stronger, and more at peace. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire.